66 million years ago, a colossal asteroid struck Earth, leading to the extinction of the dinosaurs and wiping out 75% of other species. While this was a catastrophic event, it happened millions of years ago. But what if a similar asteroid were to collide with Earth today? Could we prevent it? Which regions would suffer the most, and could there actually be a silver lining? This is What If, and today we'll explore what would happen if the dinosaur-killing asteroid hit in 2024. Hello, and welcome to ZE. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. First, let's take a closer look at this asteroid. Known as the Chicxulub impactor, it was about the size of 100 to 200 football fields, or 10 to 20 kilometers in diameter, and it's now hurtling toward us, heading straight for the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico. If you're thinking about outrunning it, don't bother. It's speeding toward Earth at 20 kilometers per second. When it crashes into the sea, everything nearby will be obliterated. But the destruction doesn't end there. The impact will trigger a thermal pulse, unleashing energy equivalent to 10 billion nuclear bombs. A massive shock wave will radiate outward, annihilating everything within 1,500 kilometers. Entire ecosystems will be destroyed, forests will ignite, and a magnitude 10 earthquake will crack the Earth open, with tremors spreading across the United States. Massive tsunamis will follow, impacting places like Mexico City, Florida, and Texas. Texas may have talked about seceding, but this isn't the scenario they had in mind. Though life on Earth might persist, it would be under dire conditions. The dust and sulfur ejected into the atmosphere would block sunlight for 15 years, plunging the planet into a prolonged, frigid darkness. Only a few humans might survive, but those who do could have a chance to rebuild. Ironically, the asteroid that caused such destruction could hold the key to a new and stable future. Let's examine the impact site. Some of the most valuable materials known to humanity might be scattered across the massive crater. This asteroid, like many others, contains gold, a critical element for reconstructing society. While gold is often associated with luxury and status, it's also essential for rebuilding communication technologies, energy infrastructures, and medical equipment. Moreover, if traditional currency systems collapse, gold could help stabilize the global economy. It has been a reliable store of value and medium of exchange for thousands of years, especially in times of crisis. Today, gold remains one of the safest investments, with a one-year return of 8.68% and a five-year return of 54.95%. According to Calibre Mining, a publicly listed gold producer on the TSX in Canada and OTCQX in the US, gold production remains underfunded despite its importance. Calibre Mining has shown consistent growth, with a 28% increase in production year over year and a tenfold rise in reserves since 2019. With 5 mines globally and a new Canadian asset called Valentine coming online next year, Calibre continues to expand its gold output. Despite the success, the gold sector isn't receiving much attention, though prices are expected to rise, with predictions from major banks like Goldman Sachs pointing to even higher values. Having access to such a significant gold deposit could be crucial for rebuilding society, and mining it could provide wealth for generations to come. But first, we need to survive the asteroid. Fortunately, it's not 66 million years ago, it's 2024, and we're Homo sapiens, a species with big brains and innovative ideas. Unlike the T-Rex, we're monitoring the skies for asteroids, and NASA has a dedicated team for this task. If we detect an asteroid in advance, could we deflect it? Perhaps. Here are 5 possible strategies. Kinetic impactor. This technique involves slamming an object into the asteroid to nudge it off course. NASA tested this in 2022 by crashing a spacecraft into Dimorphos, a moon of a near-Earth asteroid, accelerating its orbit. However, our asteroid is far too large for this method alone, so we'd need multiple kinetic impactors, making this a less likely solution. Gravity tractor. This method involves using a spacecraft to pull the asteroid off course with its gravitational force, similar to how a dog pulls its owner along on a leash. However, this technique is slow and only works on smaller asteroids, so it's not viable for this massive impactor. Ion beam. Shepherd. This involves using a spacecraft with an ion engine to push the asteroid off course using charged xenon ions. Unfortunately, this method likely lacks the power to deflect the Chicxulub impactor. Space lasers. While it might sound like something from science fiction, lasers could be used to create plumes that push the asteroid away. If we had enough powerful lasers, this could be a viable option. Nuclear option. For a large asteroid like this, using nuclear weapons might be the most effective solution. Although risky, as it could create dangerous debris, in an emergency, it might be justified. Scientists believe that detonating a nuke near an asteroid 2 months in advance could vaporize 99.9% of its mass away from Earth. All these options depend on early detection. If an asteroid were to appear suddenly, we'd have no choice but to evacuate. The evacuation zone would depend on the asteroid's size, speed, and angle of impact. Since it's targeting the Yucatan Peninsula, the governments of the US, Cuba, and Mexico would need to evacuate people from Mexico, Cuba, and parts of the southern United States. Mass evacuations wouldn't be easy, but there could be an upside to an asteroid landing on Earth. These space rocks contain a wealth of valuable minerals that are difficult to mine in space. For example, a single asteroid could contain an astronomical amount of gold, enough to make every person on Earth a billionaire. Other valuable elements like cobalt, platinum, and nickel could also be extracted. The extreme pressure of the asteroid's impact might even transform some elements into more valuable ones. For example, a rare mineral called rhyodite was found at a meteorite crash site in Australia, formed from zircon under intense pressure. Mining these resources from asteroids could help avoid the ethical and environmental issues associated with traditional mining. The destruction from an asteroid impact would be catastrophic, but it could also unlock new resources and opportunities for growth. But that's what would happen if the Chicxulub asteroid hit Earth. Now, what if an asteroid hit the moon and split it in half? Well, that's a story for another what if. The extinction of the dinosaurs around 66 million years ago was triggered by a catastrophic asteroid impact that led to the Cretaceous-Paleogene (KPG) extinction event. This asteroid, approximately 10 to 15 kilometers in diameter, struck what is now the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico, creating the Chicxulub crater and causing widespread devastation that wiped out about 75% of Earth's species. The question of what would happen if a similar asteroid struck Earth in 2024 is both terrifying and thought-provoking. In this essay, we will explore the potential consequences of such an event in today's world, considering advancements in technology, global interconnectedness, and the potential impact on human civilization. The immediate impact. If a dinosaur-killing asteroid were to strike Earth in 2024, the immediate effects would be catastrophic. Upon impact, the energy released would be equivalent to billions of nuclear bombs, resulting in a massive explosion, seismic shockwaves, and tsunamis that could devastate coastal regions globally. The impact would likely create a crater several kilometers deep, vaporizing everything in the immediate vicinity. The blast would send vast amounts of debris into the atmosphere, blocking out sunlight and causing a dramatic drop in global temperatures. This impact winter would last for several years, leading to the collapse of ecosystems and agriculture worldwide. The initial explosion and its immediate aftermath would likely kill millions, if not billions, of people, depending on the location of the impact. Global environmental consequences. The long-term environmental consequences would be equally dire. The asteroid impact would likely trigger massive wildfires as superheated debris re-entered the atmosphere and ignited vast areas of forest and grassland. The resulting smoke and ash would contribute to the blockage of sunlight, exacerbating the cooling effect. This prolonged darkness and cold would lead to the collapse of plant life, disrupting the food chain and causing a mass extinction event similar to what happened 66 million years ago. The oceans would not escape unscathed either. The cooling of the Earth's surface would disrupt ocean currents, leading to changes in weather patterns and potentially triggering a new ice age. The acidification of the oceans, caused by the release of sulfur dioxide and other chemicals into the atmosphere, would decimate marine life, further destabilizing global ecosystems.